Buddhism is known as a religion of peace. So when millions of Muslim people are displaced from their homes, discriminated against, and even killed due to their minority status in a country that is 90% Buddhist, questions immediately come to mind. How is this possible? Why is this happening? Conflict in Myanmar has arisen due to the predominantly Buddhist majority which has effectively attempted and marginally succeeded at eradicating the Islamic minority group from their country. The military-led government in Myanmar has committed atrocities toward the Muslim people which have, at the very least, been considered crimes against humanity and, at the most, genocide. The ethnic minority group of Muslim people in Myanmar are called the Rohingya people, and they have been fleeing into the neighboring countries of Bangladesh and Thailand for over 20 years. Unfortunately, the Rohingya have been denied the right to citizenship, and thus are a stateless people. Being that they will not be fully accepted into neighboring countries, they have nowhere to go but the bordering refugee camps of these neighboring nations. With the plight of the Rohingya people made clearer, perhaps it would be best to explore the religion of Buddhism a little more to try to make sense of these atrocities. Buddhism is a religion that was founded by the Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama. He was born a prince, but upon seeing the suffering of those outside the palace, gave up all his worldly luxuries to travel the world in search for a means to end the pain of all people. After a long period meditating in isolation, the Buddha emerged with the means to achieve enlightenment and to end suffering, the Four Noble Truths. This simple but powerful message has had a profound cultural impact that has made Buddhism the fourth most practiced religion in the world. That's why it's so important to understand Buddhist beliefs and teachings. They are a central part in the lives of so many people. So with all this in mind, how is the situation in Myanmar related to Buddhism? Well, perhaps one of the foremost Buddhist monks in the world, the Dalai Lama, may be able to offer some insight into the situation. According to him, we are greatly disturbed by what many in the world see as slander and distortion of the Buddha's teachings. In the Dhamma, there is no justification for hatred and violence. The truth is, such acts as those committed by Buddhists in the Asian country of Myanmar just don't fall in line with the actual teachings of the Buddha. That's why many Buddhist leaders and groups have chosen to stand up for the Muslim refugees and provide aid for those in need. In taking back the narrative of Buddhism as the religion of peace, Buddhist monks in Bangladesh and Thailand, two of the places with the most Muslim refugees from Myanmar, have taken it upon themselves to make a change, but they can't do that alone. Thailand is a neighboring country to Myanmar at its southeast border. There, Buddhist monks are helping Rohingya refugees at the largest refugee camp in Thailand, My La. Thailand, like Myanmar, is also a predominantly Buddhist country. Due to the complex nature of the situation, the Rohingya need emotional support perhaps as much as anything material. However, offering both would be the best, if only temporary, medicine. Volunteers will work with the Buddhist monks in My La to deliver clothes, supplies, food, and gas stoves to thousands of people who are not permitted to work due to the lack of refugee status or citizenship. While this is far from solving the problem in the long run, the goal is to provide hope and solidarity between the Rohingya and the global Buddhist community. In providing assistance in these duties, you will discover how the belief and practice of Buddhism aligns with this effort and how Buddhist monks in Thailand are trying to be on the right side of history. Perhaps even more so than materially, the Rohingya people need emotional care and empathy more than ever, and Buddhist-led initiatives in Thailand can help to show that they are being heard. Because of their precarious situation, there are many Rohingya living in Thailand without citizenship or refugee status, and thus unable to legally work or to provide for their families. Research surveys conducted with the Rohingya in Bangladesh have found that a lack of meaning and purpose in their lives is the single most depressing aspect of their situation. Many would even rather work for free in order to provide their life meaning than to sit around feeling the hopelessness of their circumstances. Interestingly, this attribution of meaning to therapy may possibly be one of the reasons psychotherapy is so effective, despite its wide range of methodologies. Viewed through this lens, though aid workers can't legally provide meaning in the form of work, they can provide meaning in the form of attentiveness, similar to how a therapist may conduct themselves during psychotherapy. With Buddhism's focus on awareness and being present, these worlds combined may provide the perfect platform upon which to help the Rohingya people outside of delivering material aid. Being a part of the interaction between these groups can provide you with a deeper psychological understanding, not just of Buddhists or Muslims specifically, but of the human affinities for forgiveness and empathy as a whole. By joining our mission, you can positively impact the lives of thousands of displaced and stateless people, while also learning the teachings of the Buddha firsthand by putting them into practice with those who follow the path as a way of life. One person can make a difference in spreading the true message of Buddhism as a religion of peace to people around the world. Oh.